It's wrong to criticize leaders of the church, even if the criticism is true.
Travis Wayne Goodsell. Another danger with the religious freedom movement has to do with altering of history, changing reality, allowing for scientific lies or pseudoscience lies. And looking for a Mormon's comment just now as I uploaded the previous video. Slow, very slow. There it is. What's a CPC? What kind of title is he shoving down my throat? Is it corporate purchasing creator? What is a CPC? Certified professional coder. Medical coding for healthcare agencies. Oh. Okay. So he has a little more credibility with what he was trying to say, which is why he used his CPC credentials on his channel name. But he makes some major errors, and he should know better. We're witnessing the errors of church as they fight this coronavirus. Bednar is the video that he commented on, where Bednar said that coronavirus is taking away our agency. And so we have this medical providing coder who says God is essential. Okay, what does that have to do with what you're about to say? You see, he's assuming that the Mormon Church is the true God, or has the true God. And so he makes a mistake right off the bat, showing his bias. He hasn't proved the Mormon Church God is correct. And I've shown that the true Mormon Church God is not the current Mormon Church God. Joseph Smith had a completely different God in mind. Amen is his name, not Jesus. Anyway, and if protests and abortion clinics, oh my God. Yeah, he's in the medical profession. We're all doomed. No wonder we're having problems here in Utah. And such are allowed. Oh my God. So you want to be able to rape your wife, as I see you've done. Do you keep her in the basement? Then people gathering with masks 1/3 at a time voluntarily is not a big deal. Oh, really? We are at 28,855 cases of coronavirus that have been tested. This does not count those who have not been tested. So again, not a big deal. What is the number for a big deal for you, Mr. CDC or CPC? It's not killing each other, you extremist. Is it extreme? Is it? If you're involved in medical coding, then you should know that the medical professionals purposely told our governor, as Nelson is a medical doctor and did know, you shut everything down. You send everybody home. You leave grocery stores open that are essential, and you have people wear masks. Not voluntarily, you have everyone wear masks before it becomes an issue. But nope. Mr. God is essential thinks it's no big deal. And that I'm the extremist, not him. And since you're not in the church, I believe it's S-I-N. I don't think it's S-E-N-S-E. But who cares about typing errors? Since you're not in the church, so there he is. He's dismissing me. There's a philosophical fallacy for that term. He's claiming that I'm not in the church, therefore I don't know. He doesn't know I'm Mormon. Born and raised, 50 years. And at the age of your children there, you're younger than I am. I'm more experienced in the church than you are, Mr. CPC. And no, they don't have home church. Nelson ordered us back to our wards, as Bishop Cummins has been holding church. It hasn't been at home, it's been in the building. President Hall, 2 Sundays ago, took off the sign. He's now holding them in the Stake Center. So I do know. You don't know half as much as you think you do. I already proved you wrong on that. Sorry you have so much negativity. See, there's more abuse. He's using a dichotomous categorization, which is another fallacy. He's got a whole bunch of fallacies here. It is not an issue of positive or negative, and that I have to choose the positive regardless of reality. That is not an accurate argument. There are many different outcomes rather than just positive and negative. Try truth. Truth is neither positive nor negative. It's neutral. And so he thinks that my making the video is the only thing I do as a result of being so negative, as he trolls to be so negative, to comment on other people's videos. And so, as a missionary, oh, what? I'm Mormon, born and raised 50 years? I went on a church mission at 19 years of age? Because I'm not old? Yes. On my mission, we would go around telling other religious people that their church and their history is wrong. We did. You guys don't have the priesthood. The apostles and Jesus died, and away went the priesthood. You don't have the priesthood, and your history that you are claiming for your church is all wrong. Our church has the restored priesthood and has the correct history. We don't. Or at least none of ours. Because Joseph and Hiram were murdered. Bye-bye priesthood. And they've confessed. The church has confessed in the Gospel Topic Essays they've been lying to us about church history. For example, not too many years ago, when I was married the second time, we went to the Church History Museum that opened up. Brand new displays about church history. And I was surprised. They showed a seer stone. A seer stone. One, Joseph Smith had two in his magical hat of tricks. And if you haven't read or watched any of my real LDS history videos, then you know that I know the real story behind it. Because I did the research, independent of anti-Mormon and Mormon sources. Because I can't trust anybody because of the biases they have. So I did it on my own and didn't do a positive or negative study. I did a truth study, which is neither positive nor negative. It's just the truth. Yeah, Mormons are upset, trying to claim it's negative, it's anti, it's against the church. But this is the danger of religious freedom that the church is trying to put forth. They've lied to us. 2 rocks, and the one they're showing isn't any one of them. Isn't either one of them. They just lie. And they confess to lying, and they lie again. Saying, oh yeah, we lied. Joseph Smith looked in a hat with rocks. Here's a rock. Oh, that's the one Joseph Smith. Yeah, whatever you say. Isn't it nice and shiny and polished? It's only the best for Joseph. No, those aren't even these rocks. God. They just lie. And they want religious freedom to allow them to lie. Because if they get their full wish of complete and utter religious freedom, beyond just the Constitution that already gave it to them, but their movement, if they get their movement, not only, as I talked about in the other video, will they be allowed to commit crimes as human trafficking, sex slave trading, sex trafficking of boys in Boy Scouts and girls in polygamous leader families, and all other sorts of crimes, murder and indefinite incarceration of resistors, protesters, etc., etc. They will also rewrite history. Their version of the origin of Joseph Smith will win out over the truth. Just as Catholics have been trying desperately after all these centuries to maintain their version of church history. That the Pope is like Jesus. Just not Jesus, but he is the vicar of Christ, even though his office as Pope is just a bishop. They rewrite history because they win. And the winners write history. And so when archaeologists come along, if they don't conform to the dominant religion of which they are researching, just like the September 6th in the Mormon Church, you're fired, you're excommunicated, you're shunned. this is the danger of religious freedom. We cannot allow them to do it. Not just for the future human trafficking and sex slave trading that they're going to be doing, but also to destroy the truth about what really happened and why they are currently involved and will be currently involved in major crimes that we've normalized. Oh, they're the true church. Jesus leads it. I guess I'm supposed to be happy. If by chance I meet a frown, do not let it stay. God's plan of happiness. It's my fault if I'm not happy, as I'm being human trafficked, if I'm being placed in an old man relationship as his 50th wife. I mean, after all, he's a prophet of God. It must be what Jesus wants. And so, yes, the hatred and ignorance of Mormons still persists, as they think they know better because they don't think I'm in the church, that I'm an anti-Mormon, that I'm an apostate, an antichrist. You Mormons are the antichrist, remember? Because the true Christ, Joseph Smith calls Amen. All Mormons who call the Christ Jesus are antichrists. It's that simple. You're worshiping a different Christ, thus you're antichrist.